Hello guys, I welcome you all back to Zode Talks, and over here we talk about anything. Like anything, literally anything. Alright, so if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified whenever I make a video. Thank you very much. Today's topic is gonna be the third episode of Let's Discuss. Today's topic is gonna be a controversial one, alright? Because we see it in the society at large. Now, today's topic is, does body count really matter? And why are women judged more harshly compared to men? So first of all, what is body count? This thing called body count, you must have heard of it. Maybe you don't know what it is. So basically, the body count is the number of people killed at a particular event. But I need you all to pay attention because we are not talking about this. We are talking about the slang, the meaning of the slang body count. Now, body count simply refers to the number of people or sexual partners someone has had. Yeah, so let's say someone has a body count of 2, so meaning that person has only slept with 2 people in their lives. If someone has a body count of 3, slept with 3 people, you understand? Yeah, you get where I'm going with this. Alright, let's go on. So because this video is a highly controversial one, everyone has their own opinion or takes on this. Now I'm going to give mine. So I know that you have yours, alright, so what I ask of you is to just listen to mine, okay? Just watch to the end of this video before you form an opinion on what I've said, alright? So yeah, this is my take. And I'm going to divide this video into 2. Number 1, why women are judged more harshly compared to men. And number 2, does body count really matter? So those are the 2 sections of this video, alright? Number 1, why women are judged more harshly compared to men. And number 2, does body count really matter? Now you all come closer because I need to paint a picture for you, okay? So I need you all to open your mind, alright? Open your heart. Be willing to hear a fresh perspective on something, okay? So have you done that? Alright, thank you. Now open your heart because I'm going to give you art. Wait, open your heart. I'm here to give you art. Okay, wow, okay, that was really crazy. So yeah, let's move on. Women that have a high body count are judged more harshly compared to the men. Now you see, we can blame this notion or mentality as a result of so many things. Culture, religion, norms, tradition. Take a look at the Bible, for instance. You see that virgins have been hailed. Or when they talk about virgins, they talk about them in a very, very good light. Unlike the promiscuous woman, when they talk about the promiscuous woman, now in the Bible, the promiscuous woman got more attention than the promiscuous man in a very, very derogatory and negative way. But let's pay attention to something. The society is dying. The religion is dying. Church is dying. Culture, tradition, everything is dying. And for some reasons, this notion or this mentality is supposed to be outdated. But it's not. So what's fueling it? The reason this mentality is still alive is because of the process. The process in which the body count occurs. Now that's what fuels this mentality and has kept it alive since the beginning of time till now. Because think about it, the people that slut shame people that have a high body count or that are promiscuous, they don't do it from a moral standpoint or a religious standpoint. Because if you take a look at the lives of these people that slut shame, they are not particularly religious and they are not particularly morally upright. So they don't even know why they do it. But if you think about it well, it's actually done because of the process. That mentality has been fueled and has been kept burning because of the process, which I want to hammer on today. So please, Zodenites, let's talk about the process. Here's the thing. Men, women, alright? High body count, high body count. Now, men, high body count, women, high body count. But just somehow, it looks the same, yeah? Like the same end result. But just somehow, women are judged more harshly compared to the men. Now, this is why I genuinely think about it. I genuinely think the reason why the society or women or people don't even understand why women are judged more harshly compared to men is because they are looking at the final result. That's high body count, high body count. They are looking at the final result, which, in this case, it won't really help you understand much, okay? Now, what makes it different, okay? And why the women are judged more harshly compared to the men is because of the process. Yeah, I know some of you may be able to guess where I'm going with this, but I need you all to pay attention, okay, and listen. Let's say you have 2 billionaires. So 2 billionaires, okay? 1 billionaire here, 1 billionaire. One is a billionaire as a result of inheritance passed down from generation to generation from his grandfather or to his father. You understand? Yeah, but basically inherited. The other one worked all his life, was born poor, starving, wretched, okay, to get to that billionaire status. Please, we both know that society won't look at both of them the same way. I know I won't. If I'm asked to choose a mentor between both of them, to God who made me, I'm going to choose the guy that was born poor and reach that billionaire status, because someone like this may have knowledge that this guy will not have. You understand? Yeah, because this guy was born into it. This guy worked his life to get there. Discipline, hard work, everything. I'm not saying this rich guy may not have the discipline or may not be a hard worker, but here's the thing, and this is where it gets interesting. I'm paying attention to the process and not the end result. So for you to understand why women are judged more harshly compared to men, you need to pay attention to the process and not the final result. Let's address this, okay? Men with high body count and women with high body count, they are not judged the same way. The reason I'm asking you guys to pay attention to the process is because the process is not the same at all. Men approach, women filter. What do I mean by this? So let's say I, as a guy, I want to have sex with someone, a woman, alright? So I approach. I have to make sure that my hair is good, I look tidy, my breath smells good, I smell good, I look good wherever I approach. Do you understand? But for the woman, when she wants to have sex with someone or when she's approached with sex or wherever, just say yes or no and be available. So you see, yeah, it's way harder compared to the woman. And this is what I find interesting. I feel most women or most people really don't understand how hard it is for most men to get sex from a woman. You think it's just easy, but it's extremely hard, because there are some guys that appear good, they dress good, wherever, but just somehow any little dent is like a turn off. Like if the guy doesn't know how to talk good, it's a turn off. If he's looking good, if he has a fine face but does not have swag, it's a turn off. Do you understand? So there are so many things compared to a woman. A guy can wear his best outfit, hair trimmed, looking neat, nice, but can walk into a club. I may not even get a girl to dance with him, talk more, have sex with him. But an ugly girl can walk into a club and still be wanted lustfully or wherever by that guy that will have sex with anything. Basically, yeah, it may not be real, it may not be true love, but that's what this topic is about, sex and body count. So yes, it counts, okay? The process plays a major role in this thing, and that's why women are shamed and men are healed. Because let's face it, you see a guy that has something like a high body count that's slept with good women, numerous women. Oh, that guy is good, that guy is a player, he must have game, he's this, he's that, he has swag, he must have confidence, he has V's. You understand? Whatever this Gen Z say, V's, I'm Gen Z anyway, but I don't like to claim it. But as for the girl, oh, she's loose, she's run through, her decision making skills are horrible, she just lets anyone in, she doesn't have respect for herself, blah blah blah. Can you understand? Even in our everyday life, you discover something. What makes something more valuable is because of how rare it is, because of how hard it is to obtain. Think about it. If everyone had 6 packs and a well-developed chest, is it going to be any special like what it is right now? No, it's not. If gold, diamond, ruby, everything, every precious gem and stone, if everyone had it, is it going to be any special? No. But you know that, yeah, you have to work hard to get this thing. You have to spend money to get this thing. That's why it's special. So that's why society hail men that have a high body count. Do you know the funny thing? Even you women hail men that have a high body count. Think about it. You see a guy that has a high body count of, let's say, 10 or 15. You as a girl, you like this guy. At first you're like, oh god, he has a high body count of 15. You discover that none of these girls are prostitutes. You discover that this guy does not have any STDs or whatever. You tend to see him different. You discover that he's not a playboy. You're like, okay, interesting. And then just somehow you see these girls and you discover that these girls are finer than you, fresher than you, more good looking than you. 9 out of 10 times a girl will feel that guy more because of that. And this is why I've seen so many times, I've heard so many times, not 1, 2, 3 times, whereby girls confess to being attracted to guys that are players or that have had a high body count. And when I got to learn of this, because I've just been observing it, I've just been hearing this thing over and over again. Not what people heard from other people. This is what girls have told me. before, what I've noticed is that you women are actually more curious than you let on sexually. You women are more sexually curious than you let on. There's a saying, curiosity kills the cat. Well, I feel that saying should be for women. Curiosity killed a woman. But wait, cat, women. Cat, kitty, women. Oh, damn. Wow. Okay. What men want from women and what women want from men have never been the same. What do men want from women? Sexual purity, beauty, being smart, having a good attitude, having a good personality, having sense. What do women want from men? For the most part, security. Security, that covers love, that covers everything, okay? Both the emotional security, financial security, security as a whole. I've hardly seen a girl that says, I don't want a guy that's slept around with so many girls. Yes, I've heard girls say this thing, but when these girls find out that that guy has changed, or when these girls find out that that guy is no longer that way or now responsible, they tend to loosen up a bit. But for the guy that values sexual purity, once you tell him that you have a body count of, let's say, 15, 20, 25, even if it was eons ago, even if it was centuries ago, that guy is not letting that shit go. When women have a high body count, it speaks a lot about their character. That's you decide to question things. You decide to ask yourself, is she really worth it? Does she really have control? What's her decision making like? Even down to you fellow women. You may think that body count does not matter, but what is the most common insult you tell your fellow woman that has a high body count? You call her a prostitute. You abuse her for it. You abuse her for the same thing that you are saying does not matter. Like, how does that work exactly? So it's almost like you are fighting for a word that you don't even believe in. So let's face it, both of them having a high body count, both the man and the woman, but just somehow the woman is blamed more harshly for it. You want to say it's hypocrisy. Well, I'll actually argue that it's a double standard. I'm not playing that hypocrisy card. I'll argue that it's a double standard. Double standard given by who? The society. And guess what?
We live in a society!
We live in a society. The same double standards that you women enjoy sometimes, the same double standard that we say when a man rapes a woman, he is guilty until proven innocent. But when a woman rapes a man, she's innocent until proven guilty. That double standard. That double standard that will have a useless girl just stay in a room all day, waste her life and say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be pretty and marry a rich man. But for a guy, can you do that shit? No. The women enjoy double standards too. And men enjoy double standards. That's just the way life is. What are you gonna do about it? Not a damn thing. It's never ever gonna change. And do you know what I found tricky about this whole thing? Men that have a high body count are equally as slut-shamed as women that have a high body count. But because of the process, it sounds like compliments. Like when men are slut-shamed for having a high body count, it sounds like compliments because of the process. You as a woman, do you really want to sleep with so many men? Even if you are not judged by it, because here's the thing, even if you are even judged by it, no one is forcing you not to sleep with so many men. Like, do you want to really go around having one-night stands? For the most part, the truth is that the answer is no. And this is why the woman that goes around sleeping around, having a high body count, having random one-night stands, will never ever hold a candle to the caliber of woman that will never agree to be a man's one-night stand. I'm not saying this to be offensive or abusive, but if you feel offended by it, then you know why you feel offended by it. But here's the thing, this fight, I really don't get it, this debate, I really don't get it, because I don't know why women want to sleep around and not be judged for it. Let's face it, sleeping around, it's not the best thing, okay? So the fact that men are not judged by it, it does not mean that, you should go ahead to do it. For example, if you enter into a place and you see foolish people, will you say because they are foolish people, you will also be foolish so that you can stay there? No. You find a way to vacate yourself or to change the other people you understand. Yeah, so you women can do better. Just means it's not a flex that you can sleep in multiple girls and be healed, even if you see it as a flex, but it's not a flex, okay? The bottom line is that you can fight a better fight. You can do better. Now let's move on to the second section of this video. Does body count really matter? There are no right or wrong answers here because it's a matter of perspective, okay? So it's relative, it's subjective. You as a person, if you choose not to value it, it's fine. If you value it, it's fine. Now, believe it or not, I've seen men that genuinely don't care about a woman's body count. If she has slept with 100 men it doesn't matter to them. So men like that exist. Not me though, but they exist. You may ask, what number is high for a body count? Like when you say someone has a high body count, like what's the number that it starts from before it starts to be termed as high? Well, that's another thing that is subjective anyway. Now, personally, a part of me thinks anything above 3 is a crowd. And the other part thinks a woman's age divided by 2 minus 9. Anything above that is high. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly. I won't come and tell you how many it is for me, okay? Like, I won't tell you the particular number it's termed high, in my opinion, okay? Because as I said, it's all a matter of perspective in the end. It matters to some people, it doesn't matter to some people. But personally, I cannot date a girl or I cannot wife a girl with a high body count. I'm sorry. If anything like that happens, know that God had to calm down. Or I heard his voice clearly telling me to do that. But on my own, nah, I'm so sorry. And you see, and that's fine, okay? So women, don't feel offended when men don't want a girl with high body count. Because you will also see guys that don't care. Me, I care. But there are also men that don't care. Like, believe me, there are. So look, to each his own, okay? To each his own. Things are the way they are. Women are judged more harshly compared to men. That's just it. It's double standard. That's the society we live in. It's life. You can't change it. You can argue from now to tomorrow, but nothing's gonna change, okay? So the thing is, we can all do better, okay? We can all do better. And this is genuinely my take on it. So you tell me, does body count matter to you? And if you are willing to share, what will you call high body count? What's the number that you say anything above this is high? Like, what's the number that you say anything above this is a crowd? That's if you are willing to share. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, I hope this made sense to someone. Well, anyway, it's just genuinely what I think. It's my opinion, okay? So it's fine if you're not cool with it. Like, it's genuinely fine, right? It's just my opinion, and you can have yours too. Please, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. If you don't like the video, like, share, subscribe. I'm Zode, and I'm out.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky girl. When I know you freaky, 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 freaky girl. But you know